Hi, this is Kati Weeks, your independent, close to my heart maker, and today I'm here to share with you a layout that I taught for the Makers with Heart virtual crop in April of 2023. This is a layout that's based on a sketch from Julie Scott over at Craft with Julie. She is one of our Makers with Heart, and all of the dimensions are in the description below. And you'll see here, I'm trying to decide some of these pictures I printed in color and in black and white. So the first thing I'm trying to do is decide which ones I wanted in black and white and which ones I wanted in color. So this is a story that I'm scrapbooking about when my granddaughter was born in April of 2020, the height of the pandemic. So we had to meet her from outside the hospital room, and after she came home a couple days later, that's when we finally got to hold her. But we were sitting on a red couch, which does not really match this Flower Shoppe collection at all. So some of these pictures I'm decided to go with black and white. And this one is not too bad. So I think I'm going to keep that one. The couch doesn't look too red on that photo. So here's the picture of my husband and I meeting my granddaughter for the first time. I'm going to show you how to create a QR code so that you can relive the moment. And this is a picture of my son who was deployed to Kuwait. So of course he met his niece through FaceTime the first time. And so I'm going to explain to you how to create the QR code. You will need to go to YouTube and upload a video. And then select more photos. Find the video that you want to, this would be faster, right? Find the video that you want to upload, click on that, and then say done. And then it's in your stuff. And then you can click on it and you're going to prepare it and upload it. I uploaded mine as unlisted. I wanted it unlisted because I did not want this on my public YouTube channel. I just wanted this for people who would scan the QR code, who would take their phones, put it over for their camera over this, and then it would bring up the video. So I uploaded it to YouTube as unlisted. Once I had it in my YouTube, I went to YouTube Studio, I hit content, and it is right here. You see that? It says it's unlisted. I went up here, and this is in YouTube Studio, and I copied the link. Once I had copied the link to this video, I went to a QR code generator. There are several different ones that you can go to. The one that I just happened to find and continue to use is goqr.me. So goqr.me. There are several you can use. There's no right or wrong. So I go to this and then I click the type of thing that I'm uploading is from the web, and I paste it in here. Paste. And this gave me a longer thing with a title. I don't need all of that. So I take that all out and I just keep the link. Then once I have it here, I hit to, there's different choices you can have. I download it as a JPEG or whatever you want to do. Hit download and it will save it. I think they're in here. Yes, in my files. Right here today. And there's my QR code. So when somebody wants to see your video, I'm going to show you with this. They would just take their camera and put it over the thing, and it shows that you have a video to open in YouTube, and it takes you to the video and you can watch it, you can listen to it. And I have the sound turned down, but I'm saying how precious she is and like that. So then you have that video, and I just printed the QR code like I would print any other photo. I had, and you can play with it and resize your photos and things like that, just like I resized my photos for 3x4 photos. The next thing I'm going to do is cut part of my title from one of my photo mats. So I think I'm using raspberry cardstock as a photo mat here behind the picture, and I'm going to cut the word love from the back of this photo mat several times. I want to cut it several times so that I can have that word stick up and be a little bit extra thick. And I'm just using my masking tape right here and running that through. So I will run that through a few times and get that ready for my title. So if you need something to coordinate with your page, just remember those photo mats, nobody's going to see what's behind the photo. So you can always cut things from that. I'm actually cutting some tags here from some of the Flower Shoppe paper. And these are from the Tags and Tabs thin cuts. And I like to use these tags for different things. I'm going to put my title on one of the tags, and I'm also going to put my QR code on one of these tags as well. And you're going to see how I'm going to use that on the layout. So the die cut for the word love came from a Stampin' Thin Cut set that was called Moments with You. Let me give you a look at that one. Here it is, and I just took the word love from that stamp set, Stampin' Thin Cut set. And now I also need to glue them together. I wanted to make it nice and thick to use on my title. And I'm going to layer it up on one of those tags. So the first thing I'm going to do is go through and mat all of my photos. This one, I'm going to cover that up. Nobody will be the wiser that I cut out of the background of that photo mat. And I'm going to go through and mat all of the other photos as well. And for this virtual crop, there were a few elements all of us used. One of them was this background elements stamp set, along with that Tags and Tabs thin cuts. So you might have noticed the trend in that if you saw other people upload their videos as well from the Makers with Heart. So the first one I'm going to do is this one that looks like a splatter border, and I'm doing it in avocado because I think that kind of mimicked grass to me, so I wanted it across the bottom. And you might have to mask it off a little bit here and there, just if it's going off your page, or you might need some scrap paper. That's what I did on this part right here. So I have that going across the whole bottom of my layout. And then I kind of have an approximate idea of where all of these photos are going to go down. And I want to stamp some of the other stamps from the background elements throughout the layout. So I'm going to bring in Ballerina, and I've just got this splatter set, and I'm clearing out the photos and trying to make sure it'll show through between some of these. So this is Ballerina on Ballerina cardstock. So I actually think I'm using the light side of the cardstock as my background paper, so it does show up enough that you can see it. And then I kind of figure out where those are going to show, and I just kind of keep rotating my stamp so you don't get the exact same spot from the splatter between all of the photo spots. And I will do the same thing on the right hand page. So if you are enjoying this video, I'd appreciate if you can give me a thumbs up. I have a big goal. I hope to hit 1,000 subscribers this year. And if you hit the like button, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help my YouTube channel. So if you could do that, I would appreciate it. And if you have learned something, maybe how I do my tone-on-tone stamping like you see right here, or how to create a QR code, or something that you really appreciate learning how to do, leave a sweet comment down below. I will leave the dimensions for all of the things that I cut for my layout down below. I will also leave a list of the supplies that I used as well. So the next thing I'm going to do is come in with my Capri stamp pad, and I'm using yet another one. This one just looks like polka dots to me, and so I'm going to use that between some of the layers. This one really shows up nicely on the background, just like that avocado does. So the Makers with Heart is a group that we collaborate a couple times a month. Starting on the 10th of each month, we each put up a video a different day of the week, and we usually have a common theme that we are working with. And then the 25th of the month, we take turns sending out mystery envelopes full of supplies and sometimes some fun rules that we have as guidelines. And we all upload our mystery envelope challenge on the same day, and everybody creates something different with that mystery envelope of supplies, and that is really fun. So I think you will enjoy watching those. And those kinds of videos usually have a link so that you can continue watching everything in our playlist as well. So I am going to use some foam tape behind that tag on the right hand page at the top, and I'm going to slip that tag in behind that element so that you can see it. I'm going to go ahead and lay all of these pieces down, and I'm using my T-square ruler with my Versamat to line things up nicely so I make sure everything is straight. There is the stuff I die cut again. Please don't tell my secrets, because if everybody could see behind the scenes of my scrapbook, they would probably be absolutely amazed at how many things I take for scraps and add to the page to coordinate. Now, as I'm gluing these all down, I'm taking some of the pictures that I kind of want to feature a little more, and I'm popping them up with some foam tape, just so that there's some more dimension behind those and they kind of stand out. I even pulled up some of the pictures I already stuck down and added foam tape to them once I decided which ones I kind of wanted to feature and have elevated a little bit more on my layout. Okay, so this piece I am going to pop up on 3 sides and create a pocket. So I'm just putting it across what's the bottom. I'm going to flip it upside down, and then the left and the right side. And this will create a pocket for my tag to slide down inside. And that tag is where I'm going to put my QR code. I go through foam tape like crazy, so I'm going to start a new roll here. So I don't think a QR code is necessarily something real pretty on the front of a scrapbook layout, so I usually kind of hide it. So this one I am hiding in a tag. Sometimes I hide the QR code under a flip flap as well. So it's a fun thing to add to the page, but it's not real aesthetically pleasing. So I make sure I have it available, and I just don't have it right on the front of the page. This is a really fun element to add though. So I actually took this into another program and added some text underneath my QR code. I like to do that just so when I print out the QR code, I can remember which orientation to have it so that it's not upside down or sideways. And then I'm going to take some embellishing thread. This is retired, but I love using embellishing thread. And I'm just going to put it through the little hole in that tag. And I think it kind of calls out so that you remember to pull something up there. And I'm going to use a top loading protector, so you will be able to pull that out of the top of the page very easily and slide it back down inside. So here's those 3 layers of love cut out in raspberry cardstock, and I have At First Sight spelled out from Jennifer's Hand. That's the name of the stamp set with my alphabet, and it actually has the at symbol, and I have a 1 for first, and then I will use a journaling pen just to add to it. And I'm using my sapphire ink to stamp this out, and then I come in with my darkest blue Le Pen, and I let that sit on there a second just to let the ink soak in. And I'm adding the ST for first. And then I'm kind of making it stand out. I added a little something to the bottom of that 1 just so that it stood out a little bit. And then I'm using my Barely Art Glue and my all-purpose mat, and I'm going through and gluing all of these layers together. Got to get it started again. Here we go. And it does not take much glue, but this, when you add layers together of the cardstock, it really makes it pop up and have dimension. It's almost like, you know how we have some of our acrylic shapes or dimensional elements, and if they have a little bit of dimension to it, it really stands out. That's what I'm doing with the layers of cardstock here. In fact, when I first dug my layout back out so that I could do this voiceover, I'm like, where did I get that word love? It's not a sticker, it's a lot thicker. And I had to watch the video to remember that I layered up the cardstock, and it worked beautifully. And then I'm going to layer this up on the tag as well. Love at first sight. So even though we couldn't hold her initially those first couple days, when we saw her through the window, it was love at first sight. And I'm going to add some more embellishing thread to that tag as well. And I will pop up this little title on the tag with some 3D foam tape and put that up in that top left square that I have at an angle. And then there's only a few more things to add to this layout to really make it come to life. So I have taken my sticker sheet and some liquid pearls. The liquid pearls that I used were Ballerina, Bisque, and Robin's Egg Blue. And there were so many great spots for me to add stickers and journaling, that little circle for journaling and other embellishments to this page. So I kind of went crazy with that and the liquid pearls. And of course, the hardest thing for me to do with the liquid pearls is to just let them sit and to let them dry and get set really well. And so I usually just leave them out on my desk overnight. So if you've enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Be sure that you've subscribed to my channel, and feel free to leave a sweet comment and share this with a crafty friend. I hope you have a great day, and if you have any questions about that QR code, just leave them in the comments below. Bye.